You're in league with someone who sees me and my friends as enemies, no doubt about it. I wouldn't know that much, but even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. The king, the commander, and the elite guard all know a lot more about our inner workings than I do. But there's one thing I do know for sure, and that is, you made a mistake coming here alone. Why's that? I couldn't sense anyone approaching. It seems I still can't sense anything in this city, even when I'm here myself. So, you elite goons, it seems that you actually live up to your title, surprisingly. So just who are you? Oh, you should already know who we are. Huh? That voice. It couldn't be. That's right, the sheep killer. It's been too long. And who's the sheep standing next to you? I'm a dark reflection of someone you've met before. Huh? You mean there's a new clone roaming around like the one of me? But how? And who are you a clone of? You'll find out soon enough. Nice try. So, there's another one. How many of you elite jerks are there? 3. We're the elite trio. Really now? And who's the third guy? Huh? It's you? Welcome, Denis, to the Church of Lord Aster. Here is where we shall bring back your comrades, including Lord Aster himself. The prophecy. Chaos knows about it, doesn't he? He knows about Luna. Does he think it won't happen if Saphira stays locked up? He might have this planet under control for now, but he won't keep having his way forever. Hey you! You're not supposed to be down here! Wait a second, Sir Fire? What are you doing down here? Stand aside. I have business here. With all due respect, sir, Lord Chaos told us that no one else is allowed down here. We especially can't have anyone going near Saphira's cell. Not after she went on a rampage and killed Neva. Do you seriously expect me to believe that? Get out of my way before you get hurt. But sir, now! Alright, we tried to warn you. Hey, what do you think you're... Idiots. They should have known they never stood a chance. The only ones on this planet who are capable of defeating me are Chaos himself. And... you. Huh? It's you?
So you do remember me.
But Future Skully, I don't understand. Why are you working with the enemy again?
Of course you don't understand. Why would you understand me?
What are you talking about? Yeah, I understand that your life has been different from my brother's, and not for the better. But that's no reason to abandon us and begin working for the enemy.
You still don't get it. Do you have any idea what I've been through?
Not really. I mean, you attacked us, Sheepcoop Black said some mean things and defeated you, we put you in prison, then we felt bad because of what he said, so we let you out, without even erasing your memories like we did with the other bad guys.
Exactly. You have no idea.
Well, how about you tell me then?
You really think you deserve an explanation? None of you deserve anything from me!
I've literally done nothing wrong.
It's not about what you did. It's about what you didn't do.
What I didn't do? About what?
About my brother. The one you call Sheepcoop Black. As you know, his life turned for the worse. Everyone turned on him thanks to the Sheep King's little smear campaign. That is, except for Roshan Jr. and myself, but he couldn't see that. All he could bother to notice was the people that hated him. No matter how many times we tried to reach out, he was too blind to notice the ones that still cared. Eventually, he vanished from our world entirely. After that, our world began to fall into ruin. Roshan Jr. and all of the others were murdered by those villains. Not even I was strong enough to stop them. With no one left who I cared about there, I decided to travel the world, searching for my brother. Then Malice showed up. This world's Malice, not the one I knew. He revealed to me that my brother traveled to this timeline, and he offered to take me there if I agreed to work with him. So I did, and when I finally meet my brother again, what does he say? That I'm no longer his brother? And none of you seem to have a problem with it. So the reason why I'm working with these people, your enemies, is simple. It's my way of getting revenge.
Revenge is never the right answer, man. Nobody wins when you go down that path. Except for us. What a nuisance. I'll deal with you later. Look, I understand you two are angry, but we don't have to do this. Come on, let's just talk things out.
There's nothing to talk about. I've already been betrayed, and now I'm just returning the favor.
You really don't want to do this?
Shut up!
Fine. Guess I don't have any other choice. Is that autonomous Ultra Instinct? But how is a demon able to attain such power?
So I guess you're taking this seriously now.
I already gave you a chance to walk away. Now the real battle begins. So, you know about us, and you plan to help me bring the legends back. How, and why? What exactly do you gain from this?
Do you really need to know?
Well, I'd rather not be confused, so yeah.
Well, you'll know the truth. After the legends and Lord Aster are returned to us. You see, the truth is, Denis, we've actually met before.
Huh? When and how? I definitely haven't seen you recently, I know that for sure.
Isn't it true that after Zin freed you from that seal, that you lost more than half of your power and memories?
Yeah, it is. I've been slowly getting it back over time, and I'd say that I'm at about 50% of my full power now. And the spell to undo the seal on the legends, which Lord Aster taught all of the legends in case of a situation like this, was one of the memories that I lost back then, and I only recently got it back. I tried using it as soon as I remembered it, but for some reason it didn't work. Either I still haven't regained enough magic to pull it off, or something else is going on here. Was that really necessary? So this is where you ran off to, Denis? Who's this guy? That's what I'm trying to find out. But apparently he also wants my fellow legends to be freed.
Yes, and with the three of us working together, it will be done. Denis, there are multiple reasons why your previous attempt failed. For one, it is true that you lack the necessary amount of magic power, but there's one more thing that you didn't realize.
And that is...
Although the legends' bodies are still sealed within the earth, their souls are not. So their souls are currently lost, wandering this land, and we need to call them back into their bodies before we can free them.
What? When did that happen, and how? Did something happen to the planet that caused this that we don't know about?
Yes, there is. During Dashipkior's final clash against the future versions of Malice and Zephyr, this planet was completely destroyed. Zephyr saw to it personally.
Really? I took my time heading back to Earth so I could avoid the battles, but I had no idea all that happened before I returned. Yeah, same. But how did he manage that?
He returned to the planet well before Dashipkior and the others, so there was no one there who was strong enough to stop him. I was one of the few to avoid being killed by the massive explosion. That's why I know about it, but no one else in this city does.
Wait, so nobody on Earth even knows that they were killed and revived shortly after?
No. Their deaths were quick and painless, as were their revivals. So to those outside of the Meme Plaza, the place where Zephyr fired the earth-shattering blast, it's as if nothing ever happened.
But how did you, with your puny power level, manage to survive?
I may not be all that strong physically, but my magic is unrivaled among mere mortals. I was able to form a barrier that protected myself from both the explosion and the cold vacuum of space. And now, you know why you couldn't free the legends before. So now, we get to actually freeing them. You probably don't know the spell to return their souls to their bodies.
You're right, I don't. But is it one of my still forgotten memories, or did I never know it to begin with?
Regardless, you don't know it now, so there's no way you're bringing them back as you are. That's where I come in. I do know the spell. I shall guide their souls back to their original bodies, and then the two of you shall work together to return them here.
Fine. Let's do this.
His strength? He's at a whole different level than the last time we fought.
Hey, I'm back. And I didn't expect him to be this strong either. Of course I am. I've gone through plenty of intense battles since then, though you've gotten quite a bit stronger too. The you from back then wouldn't even stand a chance against my base form.
I had to get stronger. If I wasn't so weak back then, maybe I could have defeated Malice.
What? I thought you were on his side.
No, I was just using him. I wanted to kill him after he was no longer useful, but I wasn't strong enough. So I had a different plan. One that failed thanks to my foolish brother.
What? So the real reason you wanted Sheepku Black to side with you was because of some secret plan to kill Malice?
That's right. I couldn't outright tell you all of my plan with Malice right there, but I figured that my brother would gladly take my side over yours. And that once he did, we would use a forbidden magic to fight Malice together.
What magic?
Fusion. With the two of us fused together, we'd catch Malice off guard, since he'd think we're still loyal. And with our immense power, we could have killed him in one shot. But instead, Sheepku Black betrayed me.
I guess you could say you were betrayed and trapped?
Shut up!
Okay, sort of expected that guy to last longer. Who was he anyway?
That doesn't matter. But my plan failing, that alone wouldn't have made me want revenge. It's what he said.
Yeah, that was unnecessarily cruel, but you should know that he only did that because he thought you betrayed us to work with Malice. I'm sure he would have gladly worked with you if you were honest.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. Remember, we're talking about another version of myself. There's been times where he would try to hide his emotions, especially back then, so I don't blame you for not being able to tell, but I'm sure of it. On the inside, he was hurting too, because as far as he knew, he had been betrayed by his brother.
Even if that's true, it served him right for abandoning me in that terrible future. When he made the decision to leave, he wasn't considering anyone's feelings other than his own, and he never once even considered coming back for me.
Look, I get that he made some terrible mistakes back in the day. I do. He literally tried to kill me. Twice! But he's different now. I'm sure if you just talk with him instead of letting yourself be consumed by these negative emotions, he'll apologize. But if you keep going down the path you're on now, the two of you will never be on good terms.
You expect me to believe that? Even if you were right, I don't care. He's been dead to me ever since that day.
Alright, it's obvious that talking to you isn't going to work. And as for you, you've been oddly silent. The Hercules I know is a lot more outgoing, and certainly less angry. But you're not him, are you? And what makes you think that? The Hercules I know wouldn't be so quick to assume I'm evil. After all, we were friends back in the day. Also, he wouldn't just be standing around. The Hercules I know loved testing his strength against strong opponents. If we really did meet again, he'd waste no time trying to see how strong I've become after all these years. I see. Well, you are correct. I'm not the real deal. I'm just a clone created by one of Lord Aster's followers.
Aster? Isn't that the guy who Malice and Shaggy sealed away long ago? So, the guys I've been working with have just been some weird Aster cult?
Indeed. The Zuso Empire only exists because King Zuso got help from Phantom, the head of the Church of Lord Aster. Wait, seriously? I knew something fishy was going on here, but I never would have guessed that it actually had something to do with the legends. No wonder that general guy said I shouldn't have come alone.
Well, I only joined this group as a way to get my revenge. Not to be part of some weird cult. I don't know much about Aster beyond the little bit that Malice told me. But I do know I want nothing to do with this. I'll just get my revenge on my own. I quit.
You quit? You should know that's not an option, Skully. We told you that when you agreed to join us.
Well, I don't care. If you want to punish me for abandoning you, then do your worst.
Very well. What's he doing? His energy just shot up like crazy. Behold the holy supernova, the last resort of us phantoms. At last, the ritual is complete. Lord Aster has returned. Welcome back to the world of the living, Lord Aster. So, you're this Lord Aster I've heard so much about. So tell me, how is it that you've been able to command such respect from these two? Huh? What is this? Ouch. Well, I see. You rule with just sheer power. I can respect that. Well then, what's the plan now that you're free? First, we kill the absolute sinners. The Demon King Malice, the arrogant mortal Shaggy, as well as those who work for Shaggy, those that dare call themselves gods. I get it. Getting some revenge out of the way before moving on to the real plans. I can respect that. More than that, I can relate, because there's someone who I want to get revenge on. You mean the Demon King's son, the Sheep Killer, the one who you are a clone of. Yes, we will deal with him in due time. How did you know that? Isn't it obvious? You're speaking to Lord Aster. I still don't get what you mean by that. All I can really see about this guy right now is that he's ambitious and strong. And there's no need to give him credit for your actions, dude, I can tell. You were gathering intel for Lord Aster, weren't you? Indeed, that is correct. After I got sealed away, I had 4 pawns set to ensure that not only would I return, but that my return would go smoothly. First was Zin, the demon that we created, who would use his power to free you, Denis. Then there was you. Once freed, you would use the spell I taught all of the legends to free myself and your fellow legends. And then there was this man, Phantom. You don't appear to know him, so I assume that you haven't regained all of your memories yet. That's right, I haven't. And I still didn't have enough magic to free you on my own either. If it wasn't for him, you'd still be waiting to be freed. That's quite alright. That's half the reason he's even here, after all. Phantom, how about you explain your mission to them? The other legends are still asleep, so I need to focus in order to wake them. Of course, my lord. You see, Back during the days that Lord Aster ruled this universe, I founded this very church. The Church of Lord Aster, dedicated to worshipping him. Then, sometime later, I had the honor of meeting him, as well as you legends. You all helped me ensure that I would only spread the truth about his majesty. But then, as Lord Aster was about to be sealed away, he remembered my loyalty and reached out to me telepathically, wanting my help. Of course, I obliged. Well, what was that help? He gave me the power and permission to time travel, so that I may observe the many different eras of this universe during his absence. And once I reached this era, the one that Denis would be freed in, and gained all the information I could from here, I would help Denis with the ritual if need be, and relay any and all important information I gained directly to Lord Aster himself. I see. It's all coming back to me now. My memories and my power. I'm starting to regain it much faster now that Lord Aster has returned. What was that? Your fellow legends have awakened, and I just sent them away to track down our enemies. Wait, I just realized. Who's your fourth pawn? You never mentioned them, and my newly regained memories aren't telling me anything. You'll find out in due time. Now, as for our mission, Phantom and Evil Sheepkiller, you leave as well. What? But the Sheepkiller's in this city. I want to fight him! And you'll get that chance. But for now, we simply need to distract him. Why? I can't get a read on his power right now, and none of us have regained our full power yet, so I'm not sure how any of us would do in a fight against him. Until then, it's best that none of us challenge or provoke him in any way. Yeah, I've confronted him a few times myself, and you're right. The last thing we want to do is underestimate him, or his friends. If the Sheepkiller is really such a threat, then what about me? Would I potentially be a problem if I was your enemy? No chance. Huh? Get over yourself. He's far stronger than you could ever hope to be. What? You think I'm some weakling, do you? I'll show you! That's... Holy sheep, did you just kill him? No. Arrogant as he is, he'll still prove to be a useful distraction later. Even if he's no longer loyal to me, I imagine his hatred towards the Sheepkiller matters far more to him than any grudge against me. Now then, you should allow me to read your mind. Huh? Phantom's intel was useful, but none of it has given me any ideas on how to best distract the Sheepkiller. But I imagine you have plenty of ideas. Of course, I'm just confused about why you need my permission. Oh, right, it's because you're still missing most of your power. That's right. Now then, yes, your mind has plenty of useful secrets. And some questionable things. But no matter, all will be cleansed soon enough. Yes, that was our plan before Shaggy and Malice stopped us. But that won't happen this time. So then, what's your plan to distract the Sheepkiller? Darkness will consume this city. You won't be needed here either, so do as Phantom did. Seek out our enemies. Of course, my lord. Hey, Herobrine, you felt that too, right? Yeah, the balance of the universe just shifted. Those legends that Shaggy and Malice sealed away long ago. It looks like they've been set free after all. Indeed. Though I don't sense their life force for whatever reason, I know they're here. But that's not all. It seems that somehow, respawning has been disabled too. I'm guessing their leader has the ability to change some laws of the universe. And if he's as powerful as Shaggy has told us, then I don't know if we'll be able to revert this change. This isn't good. This means that anyone who dies in this upcoming war will be dead for good. Go tell the others about this, Herobrine. What about you? What will you do? The Sheepkiller's alone, off in that city that was recently built. He may be in trouble, so I'm going to go help him. But before I go, I think it's finally time to stop using my sheep form. Alright, got you out of that cell. Now, those clothes are binding your strength, right? Guess I should take care of that. My magic's only able to create clothes that I've seen before, and this is our first time meeting, so I couldn't give you whatever you were wearing before, so I just gave you one of your mother's old outfits. Speaking of, she's the one who asked me to do this, so thank her, not me. Anyways, now you're free to go. Chaos isn't on this planet right now, so there's no reason to be afraid. Just go take my spaceship and leave this planet before he comes back. Don't worry about your mother. I'll make sure she stays safe. After all, I wouldn't let anything happen to my sister. Now go! Wow, that was fast. I know she ran, but it looked to me like she just vanished. That really is some crazy power she's got. I wouldn't stand a chance. Now, Holy Supernova, fire!
The Sheep Killer. Why?
Because you need to live. That's the only way you and Black can be brothers again. You're a fool. Huh? What's up with you? Why are you see-through? Us phantoms only have so much life force, and I used it all in that one attack, so I'm fading into nothing. I wanted to take the traitor down with me, but instead you took the hit. What an idiot. He's gone. Now, Future Skully, what will you do? Still want your revenge? Or will you make amends with your brother?
I don't know. I guess it depends on how he acts when we meet again.
So you're leaving to go meet him?
Yeah, that's the only way to find out if he really has changed, like you said. So this is goodbye. For now.
That's good. Man, that attack hurt more than I expected. Now, it's time to get started. First, we won't be needing this anymore. Now,